It started with one sentence. One shocking, unforgettable line that made millions freeze in disbelief. Donald Trump looked into the camera, smiled, and said, "If Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her." The crowd laughed awkwardly, but the internet didn't. Within hours, the clip spread across every screen in America. People replayed it again and again, asking the same question: did he really just say that? This wasn't a private whisper or a misunderstood quote. It was live television. Trump was sitting on The View, a national talk show, right beside his daughter Ivanka. And in that single moment, the world saw a side of him that blurred the line between pride and something far more uncomfortable. Ivanka Trump, elegant, poised, confident, had always been her father's favorite. From her childhood to her role in the Trump Organization, she stood as his pride and joy. Trump would often brag about her business sense, her intelligence, and yes, her looks. But over time, his words began crossing boundaries. In interview after interview, Donald Trump commented on his daughter's appearance, her figure, her beauty, her body. In a 2003 radio interview, he agreed when the host called Ivanka a piece of ass. He didn't flinch, didn't correct it. Instead, he laughed and played along. Years later, in front of millions, he said again that if she weren't his daughter, he'd probably be dating her. For many Americans, it wasn't just strange, it was disturbing. Why would a father say something like that about his own daughter? Was it just Trump's brash humor, or something deeper that revealed how he saw women, even the one closest to him? As the controversy grew, Trump brushed it off like he always did. His supporters called it a joke. His critics called it disgusting. But one thing was certain: it became one of the most replayed and talked about clips in modern political history. Ivanka, as always, remained calm. She didn't comment on the remarks. She didn't defend them either. She simply smiled, the same careful, composed smile she always wore when the storm surrounded her father. And maybe that's what made the whole thing even stranger: the silence. The world kept talking, analyzing, and reacting, while she quietly stood by his side, the daughter in the middle of a controversy she never asked for. For Trump, moments like these didn't end careers, they fueled attention. Every shocking quote, every outrageous comment became part of the persona he built: bold, unapologetic, and unpredictable. But for the rest of America, those words still hang in the air years later, a moment frozen in time, both uncomfortable and unforgettable. Because in that one sentence, the mask slipped. It wasn't the politician or the billionaire speaking, it was a man whose sense of admiration didn't always know where to stop. "If Ivanka weren't my daughter," he said with a grin, "perhaps I'd be dating her."